If you went to the polls today, you may have noticed something different about the process. Voters were asked to show a photo ID before casting a ballot. News 8's Kyle Dimke spoke to local officials and voters to see how the process went. He now joins us with more.
Martha, the turnout for the spring primary wasn't expected to be too high, but the election is receiving a little more attention than normal because voters were asked to show that photo ID today, which both voters and election officials say wasn't really a big deal.
Only 10% of registered voters in Wisconsin were expected to cast a ballot in this spring primary election, according to the state's Government Accountability Board. At the 7th District polling location in La Crosse, Cheryl Veith says voter turnout was around that, but that's okay because it allowed time to adjust to the new voter ID law.
So it's a good process for them to get used to bring the right, correct information to the voting place.
Veith says the process was simple and her polling location saw no issues. The same was true for voting staff in Onalaska.
Everybody seems very much aware. I think there's been enough publicity.
And voters had the same feeling.
If you have an ID already, then it's pretty simple. So you just show them your form of identification and they take care of the rest.
Nope, I normally have my driver's license on me, so nothing different.
There you voted.
Election Inspector Sharon Malum says the voter turnout was better than expected at her polling location at the Onalaska Armory and says she's thankful of that because it allows election officials to know what they're up against for the two big elections later this year.
Today has been kind of a training field. Yeah, so in April it'll be a lot more busy and that'll help a lot.
And because of the presidential preference in April and the presidential election in November, we'll have a much higher turnout rate. Election officials worry the new voter ID law will slow down the lines to cast a ballot, but they recommend having your ID out of your pocket or your purse ready to go when you walk in the door, and that will help move the process along.
All right, thanks a lot, Kyle. Today was not the presidential primary. That vote will take place in Wisconsin on April 5th.